No way. The New York Jets just fired Saleh? No way. What the? You're kidding. Breaking news. The New York Jets just fired Saleh. He's gone. What? Holy. Whoa. Whoa. Breaking news. Breaking news. Oh my God. Robert Saleh is gone. Robert Saleh is gone. I gotta change everything with this show. Do I change the entire thumbnail? I mean, do I end the show and go live? Do I change the thumbnail and the title? What? Whoa. Wow. Oh my God. So the New York Jets just fired Saleh, bro. Jets fire Robert Saleh. He's gone. The New York Jets just fired coach. Holy crap. I got to change the graphics real quick. Give me a sec, chat. Give me a sec, dude. What? Sorry, I'm trying to process this real quick. Breaking news. The New York Jets just fired Robert Saleh. I don't know what this means for the trade for Davante Adams, but we have breaking news. The New York Jets just fired Robert Saleh, bro. Oh my God. Holy heck. Something had to happen. I mean, Woody Johnson just laid the hammer down. I'm trying to process this in my brain live. I mean, I'm live right now. We're talking about, I don't even know how to process this. I have no idea how to process this, man. Because this is a move that every single Jets fan wanted to happen, and it happened. He's gone. He is officially gone. And I got to get your guys' thoughts. I mean, do I end the show and go live again? Holy shit. Wow. Chat, let me know how you feel. Let me know how you feel, man. Hey, could this be the move that changes the season? I don't know. Making a tweet right real quick. Robert Saleh. What are your thoughts? Wow. Wow. Jets fans, breaking freaking news. Breaking news. The Jets just fired their head coach. We were waiting for Devonte Adams news. But we got this news instead. Holy heck. It's on ESPN now. Oh my God. Holy. Sorry, I got to process this. I'm trying to update the graphics real quick so we get my everything changed. We're going to change the title of the show. We're not stopping this show, man. We're not stopping this. We're not stopping this show. We're not stopping. Guys, hit the like button. Hit that like button, folks. The Jets just fired Coach Salah. Gone. Fired. Later. Wow. That is crazy. Are the Jets about to trade for Davante Adams now, or are they not? They better. Will it be... I'm changing the title real quick. Will Jeff Ulbrich be the guy? Oh, my God. This news, I'll be honest with you guys. I did not see this one coming, man. I did not see that one coming. All right. The show is updated. How we feeling, chat? How we feeling? We need to get more details of this. We need to get more details of this. Holy hell. Wardy was about to call you OMG. Yeah, bro. I was already live during it. I was already live about... Dude, that's big. That is huge. Saleh's gone. I want Hackett and Keith Carter next. Wow. So, the Jets just broke the internet. Okay? Listen, let's be honest with who Robert Saleh is. Robert Saleh is a defensive coordinator that is an elite defensive mind that was absolutely never able to go and be a head coach, right? He built a phenomenal defense, but he was in over his head as a leader of men. Leader of men. I got to text my dad. He's going to be shocked too. Oh my God. Breaking news. Saleh is fired. My dad's going to... Who's next? Should we get Jack on the show? Jack is probably pumped. He's gone, bro. Folks, let me know your thoughts right now. Are we going to get Devonte? Does this increase our chances of Devonte or not? Saleh is done. I got to stand up, man. Standing desk activated. I can't sit anymore, bro. I can't sit. Sitting is done. This is wild. Things are heating up. We are now in a race for a new coach. Whoa! Wow. All right. We're right at... Man, I'll be honest, man. I did not expect this whatsoever. I got to make a TikTok or something. I got to make some type of TikTok real quick. And I'm doing it live with you guys. Doing it live. We got some breaking news. Robert Saleh fired. We're live on YouTube right now talking about the Davante Adams trade watch. And all of a sudden, a breaking news came out of nowhere. Saleh is done. Jets fans, let me know your thoughts right now. Saleh is fired. After starting the season 2-3, after failing, the Jets fire head coach Robert Saleh. I'm at a loss for words right now. I think that this is a huge, huge move that Woody Johnson just made. What's next? Will Nathaniel Hackett be gone? Keith Carter? I mean, are they actually going to trade for Davante Adams now? You let me know right now your thoughts of Robert Saleh getting fired, because I'll be honest with you guys. I did not expect it to happen now. I thought it was going to happen at the end of the season or more as the season went on. Sound off in your comments. Wow. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Fred with a super chat. Thank you, man. Oh, gosh. Fred with the $10. It was the... Yeah, I mean, there's going to be speculation about what the reason for it. I don't know. I think it's deeper than that. I think there's a lot of deep stuff going on, man. A lot of deeper stuff. Now, my question is Joe Douglas's job safe? Is Joe Douglas's job safe? I'm going to re-record that video. Breaking New York Jets news. Robert Saleh fired. Gone. After the Jets start 2-3 on the season, we are all sitting here live on YouTube with 2,000 people waiting to see if the Jets trade for Davante Adams, but instead, the news that we get is Robert Saleh is fired. Wow, this is Unbelievable news right now. Let me know your thoughts right now, Jets fans, in the comment section. Do you like this move? I can guarantee you a lot of Jets fans are happy right now. I did not see it coming in this time. I thought that the Jets would give him a little more time to figure this team out, but that's not the case. Woody Johnson, done. Jeff Ulbrich now maybe the interim head coach. Will they fire Hackett? Will they fire Keith Carter? Will they still trade for Davante Adams? I got a lot of questions. Sound off in the comments, folks. Saleh is no longer the New York Jets head coach. Come join me live on YouTube as we break this down. Jets Media. Wow. Dude. That is a move I did not see coming, man. I'll be honest. Now, when I say that, I don't mean I didn't see the Jets firing Saleh, but at this time, I did not see them do that. I didn't. Holy heck. Chat, let me know how you feel, man. I mean, Ulbrich is definitely going to be the interim, right? No doubt. Saleh is fired, bro. Wow. Ulbrich reported as the interim. All right. Let's go, Jeff. We've seen a lot of firings midseason that work. So will this be something that fixes the season? I don't know, man. Maybe they tried to trade for Devonte, and Devonte's like, yeah, I'm not coming here unless you guys fire Saleh. I don't know. Holy crap, dude. Listen, let's be honest with ourselves. Saleh sucked as a head coach. There's no sugar. Upset with this move. I mean, we could be shocked by it. The timing of it is shocking. No doubt about it. The timing of it is shocking. Whoa. All right, chat. We got over like 1,000 people watching on all platforms, and I need you guys to let me know how you feel. I need you to let me know how you feel right now because I'm at a loss for words. I'm trying to post my video on like every platform. Aaron Rodgers wins. I mean, Adam Schefter right now is on ESPN. Hey, bro, watch Jeff Ulbrich lead this team to the promised land, and he becomes our head coach. Imagine? I'm kidding. But boy, oh boy, Jets fans, this is unreal. There's something that must have happened. There is something we're missing here. There is something going on, man, that I need more details of this. I need more details of it because... Bro, I'm not going to lie. The chat broke the news for me. We were live here talking about Devonte, and the chat starts saying, Rodgers fired, Saleh fired, Saleh fired, Saleh fired. I'm like, why do I believe you guys? Usually I don't believe the chat, but everybody was saying it. I'm like, you guys are right. Saleh is fired. Head coach Robert Saleh, man. Oh my goodness. All right, let me change the poll. Let me change the poll to how we feel about this trade because holy heck. Holy heck. Guys, smash the like button. We got almost 1,000 people in. Jets fire Robert Saleh. He's no longer the New York Jets head coach. He is no longer the New York Jets head coach. This came out of freaking nowhere, man. This came out of nowhere. Don't forget to smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel, folks. It seems like Jeff Ulbrich will be the interim head coach. Okay? But that's really all we know. We don't know if it's going to be Hackett's gone. I don't think he's going to be gone because that would have been reported by now. So we just got to wait and see. We just got to wait and see. Holy crap, dude. Do you still think we get Devonte? That's the big question. I have no idea if we still get Devonte. I think we do. I think we do. I don't think this is going to take us out of the Devonte thing. Connor Hughes tweeted, source confirmed that the Jets have fired Robert Saleh. I have touched base with several sources over the last few minutes. Sentiment shared by all. Stunned. Dude. For it to happen now, there's something that, happened, man, that we need to figure out. There is something that happened that we need to figure out, man. The Jets uploaded some stuff on Twitter, and everyone's like, yeah. Maybe we're not getting Adams now. Maybe this means we're not getting him. I don't even know what to think anymore, bro. Holy shit. I do want to remind you guys that usually when a team fires their coach, when they stink with the coach, sometimes the team plays different. Sometimes. And this is another thing that I want to make sure we stress. I don't think this is going to hurt the defense. Because the man who is now the interim head coach, Jeff Ulbrich, has been the primary play caller of the Jets defense for 2 years now. 2 years. Jack wants to come on the stream. Oh, he's backstage. I didn't see him back there. Jack is backstage, bro. I had no idea you were there, dude. Forgot you had access. That's hilarious, bro. Jack is about to give us his thoughts. He's waiting for me to let him on in. Oh, my God, man. Jack McGalley in the house. He's gone, Jack. Your boy is gone.
Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. Because when's the last time the Jets have fired a coach mid-season?
Dude.
It's been a long time. This is a very unexpected move. I think it's the right move, obviously. But very unexpected for the Jets.
What? Just go off real quick, Jack. What was your reaction of this? Just share your thoughts. I'm going to give you the floor.
The first reaction was it was a joke. I saw it was in a group chat. It was in the fantasy football group chat. My buddy Frank said, "Bye, Saleh." I'm like, what does he mean, bye, Saleh? First thing I do, I obviously open up Twitter right away. Scroll. I search Robert Saleh. Schefter. The Jets have fired Robert Saleh. Unbelievable. First thing I did was call my dad right away because he had left for work probably 20 or 30 minutes prior. Call my dad. We spoke about it for 5-6 minutes, but it was crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. Something unexpected, but again, something that needed to happen. And I'm pretty excited. I think this is, and I heard you speaking about it before I came on the show. There's definitely some fishy sort of mutiny type situation going on.
Something had to
behind
happen,
the scenes,
dude.
And I think it honestly boils down
at this time.
100%. I think it boils down to his relationship with Aaron Rodgers is not this kind of buddy relationship that they made it seem like, and I don't think it ever was. I mean, how could it be? Based on how this team has performed, and Rodgers is has not been perfect, but Robert Saleh is obviously the glaring issue with this team. And just, I'm thinking, what does Robert Saleh do? You watch him during a game and you wonder, what does he contribute? What do these guys do in practice? How does every other team in the league look more prepared and more ready to go than the Jets? And it's got to come down to the head coach, man. So hopefully Jeff Ulbrich is really going to whip these guys into shape. With this opportunity that he's going to hopefully get at interim. It's no way it's going to be Hackett, right?
No, Jeff Ulbrich is the head coach officially, the interim head coach. He has experience of being the head coach in the Senior Bowl, which is a small thing, but that's just a little taste of this past year. He was the head coach of the Senior Bowl, so he took charge. He was the guy, and I feel like I'm not worried about this defense at all. Saleh is a defensive mind, but the fact that Ulbrich is taking charge, I don't think that's going to happen. And the one thing I will say, Jack, is we've seen a lot of teams out there fire a coach and they get better. It happens all across. The Raiders last year, it happened with them. Even in baseball, the Phillies, they fired Girardi a few years ago, and then they went on and I believe went to the World Series that year. There's so many examples. I'm not sitting here saying oh, this is the move that now we're going to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying that. But maybe Saleh, simply his mindset, his energy. Also, Quincy Williams, I think his interview after the game, I don't know if you saw it, Jack, but that really spoke a lot to me. And I think he was taking
just
a shot
his
at
body
Saleh.
language and everything about that was just,
Did you see that, what I'm talking about?
I didn't see the whole thing, but I saw the first couple seconds of it.
So basically, Quincy Williams was fed up, and he's like, someone needs to start taking accountability. And it sounded like he was talking to the coach, because the one thing I know is Rodgers is taking accountability publicly. He said after the game he played like crap. He did not play to his standards. It's not like Rodgers is out here not taking accountability, but Saleh isn't. And there's some other players on the team that's not taking accountability. So maybe this is a situation that boils down to the players getting fed up with Coach Salah. I'm going to try to figure out, I could find this interview with Quincy Williams. But at the end of the day, man, he's gone. And it seems like Jets fans are rejoicing. I'm just shocked at the timing of it, Jack, because
That's
I had
the
a
most
feeling
surprising thing for sure.
Saleh was going to get fired after this season if we missed the playoffs. I thought that the Jets were going to ride it out and let them try to make the playoffs. And if they failed, he's done. But they did it now.
And this brings up just like so many questions for the future. One of them being, what does this mean for Joe Douglas? Obviously not right now.
Thing.
Obviously not right now. But are the Jets considering? Does this mean that Joe Douglas's job is 100%, a thing of the past after this season, or does this mean that he now gets the chance to continue
and Douglas is
with a new
last year
head
of his
coach,
contract.
possibly draft another quarterback? What does this mean for Joe Douglas moving forward is another thing that's going to be very interesting.
100%. And he's on the last year of his contract with the Jets. So the Jets can easily, there's one more year of Saleh under contract, but that doesn't matter. That's teams fire and fully guaranteed contracts. Doesn't really matter. I, at this point, feel like Douglas's job is safe, at least for this season. Now, the question is going to be the offseason. Will they actually extend him or not? I think that's going to be the big question mark. I'm trying to find this Quincy Williams interview, and I can't find it, which is frustrating me. But this is some groundbreaking stuff, man. Like, does this make you feel more optimistic or less optimistic of us landing Davante Adams? That's the next thing. Because, Jack, this show, by the way, the title and everything was Davante Adams Trade Watch. That was what the show was about. And then the news happened, so I had to rebrand and redo the entire thing. So, are the Jets going to still trade for Davante Adams, or does this make them not want to even get him?
I think this is still obviously a very attractive destination for Davante Adams. It all hinges on Aaron Rodgers. I don't really think that Robert Saleh being here or not being here would have affected Davante Adams, wanting to be a Jet. I think he still wants to be a Jet. I think if I had to guess, I probably think he still will be a Jet. And obviously he's going to be a huge difference maker as long as Aaron Rodgers, can hopefully stay on his feet. But I think this turns the Jets into kind of like possibly a scrappy, like fun team again without Robert Saleh just sucking the life out of the sideline every second of every game,
I found the Quincy Williams interview, guys. So let's listen to Quincy. This was after the loss over the weekend to the Vikings, and he was upset that there's no accountability being held. So here is Quincy Williams.
You guys were down 17-0 at one point. You guys battled back to the end. What does it say about this team?
I'm gonna be honest, man. People get tired of hearing the same. Taking accountability from the top to the bottom. That's the main thing, bro. That's all I got to say for real.
All right, let's talk about the fumble recovery. What happened there?
Just lost my battle, man. I gotta get that one to the end zone, bro. When my number get called, bro, that's it.
What's the mentality of this team right now?
Like I said, people gotta start taking accountability, bro. People get tired of hearing the same thing every week.
For you, what do you need to work on?
I'm tired of saying the same thing every week. For me, I need to start working on being a leader more. That's the main thing.
All right, thanks, Quincy. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you for having me.
There. That is extend Quincy Williams.
I love that. I love that.
Like that is the energy that we don't want to see, number one, because that means we're losing. But that tells you there's a lack of there's a disconnect with the head coach. And Jack, do you think he's talking about the head coach? Does he think he's talking about the offense? Because obviously that Vikings game, the defense was not at fault. It was the offense. So is he taking shots at Rodgers, taking shots at the Jets offensive line, or is it just right at the head coach, or is it just in general, the players?
To me, it sounds like a shot directed at Saleh. Hearing the same thing every week sounds like, I would imagine, hearing the same spiel from the head coach after a loss, it's a long season. You know, we're gonna get better. Yada yada. All this crap. I imagine that's a shot at the head coach, but obviously you can't say for sure. But to me, it sounds like a shot directly at Saleh.
Yeah,
You know?
100%, man. And that's what I felt like when I first saw this. And I'm like, dude, this is some serious shit. And like, you talk about Saleh, right?
That's two players, by the way. That's Rodgers and Quincy Williams that have both used the same word, accountable or accountability. You know?
Yeah.
And that's
Think about Rodgers saying it too.
And that's the word that we've been harping on throughout this whole Robert Saleh era is who's accountable for these garbage penalties. Who's being held accountable for, consistently underachieving play
And Rodgers,
on the offensive side of the ball.
And also, Rodgers had every single opportunity to blast Saleh publicly. He never did, right? So that, like Rodgers could have, but he didn't. Albert Breer tweeted, Saleh came in for work this morning as usual and was informed by Jets owner Woody Johnson of the decision.
Oof.
Dude, like,
damn.
Just as a person, like I just,
that's cold-blooded.
Like, picture what's going on in Saleh's brain.
I know. I said that to my dad on the phone.
I feel bad for him just as a human being. Like, I know people are like, fuck Saleh. Like, oh, screw him. Like, but just as like a human being, like, damn.
Yeah.
That hurts.
100%. Like, as a Jets fan, like, happy to have him out. Like, this needed to happen. This should have happened earlier than this, if you ask me. However, as a human being, it sucks, man. It's 100%. It's terrible.
No, 100%.
Diana Rossini and his family are going to move and all that stuff. It's like,
Jets owner Woody Johnson's decision to fire Robert Saleh might seem surprising, but Johnson views this as a team ready to compete now and wanted to make a move, get things right back on track before it was too late. I mean, like, Woody Johnson's the one that made this move.
Of course.
Nobody trusts Woody. No one believes in Woody Johnson.
No.
He hired Saleh. So it's like, you just feel for Saleh because he is an overall good human being. Like, he always preaches positivity. Like, I love Robert Saleh as a human, but he sucked as a football coach, right? So that's the business. That's the tough business that we're in. And then now, everyone's thinking like, oh, go get Belichick, go get Mike Vrabel, go get Ben Johnson. Guys, we're not going to hire a coach in the middle of the season. Our head coach next season is not going to be hired right now. All right? And let me just say
who's
this.
Our new coach going to be, dude? Oh, it's like Christmas. It's like Christmas
out,
morning.
Jack. Now, this is a long shot. If, and let me just say if, because I'm putting my delusional Jets cap on, if the Jets go on a run, could they hire Ulbrich? If this team riles around Ulbrich and they go on a playoff deep run, and this is hypothetical, guys. I'm not predicting this. I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm throwing a hypothetical scenario out there, guys. If this team fights for Ulbrich and all of a sudden this Jets football team plays out of their freaking mind and they go on a run, they win the division, they go deep into the playoffs, will we either just, demote Ulbrich as a DC and they get a new head coach in? I don't know. That's just something to consider.
Definitely something to consider. And we'll see how, it's all hypothetical right now. So I'd rather answer that question a little bit later into the year. But what I'm thinking right now is that it all hinges on what the quarterback situation is moving forward after this season. Is Aaron Rodgers healthy? Does he feel like he can play for another year? Would he want to do that? And then, that's something to consider because as much as I love Ulbrich, I think we've seen, what happens when you have a coach that doesn't know jack shit about offense in the NFL. Throughout this Robert Saleh era. So I feel like we need to pivot back in that direction.
Ben Johnson,
the next head coach of this team,
is who everybody wants. The Detroit Lions offensive coordinator. Luckily for the Jets, he did not get a head coach gig last year. He was the big name last year on the coaching carousel. He decided to return with Detroit. So that means that he will be available to be a head coach. I think Ben Johnson, if you're looking for an offensive mind, that's the first name I'm looking at. Because now all of a sudden, Jack, This is the tough decisions that we need to have. These are the tough conversations that now we're going to have, Jets fans. There may be a world where we will have to maybe draft a QB next year with a brand new head coach and reset the clock if Rodgers is done. There's a world where this Jets team crumbles, Rodgers stinks for the rest of the year, the Jets win 6-7 games, and we are in the race. We hire a new head coach, and we're all the way back to square one, drafting a new quarterback. That could be the reality.
Yeah, it's very, very likely. I
That's
mean,
another. I gave you one reality of the Jets going on a run and woohoo, Ulbrich, and then here's the other reality. It's falling to earth, and we get a new head coach, and we're right back to the drawing board drafting a quarterback in the first round.
which is, I mean, like, I'm all for the positive vibes because the season is not over, and we still have a great, great roster at this moment in time. But Rodgers looks like he's 75 years old.
I know.
So, it's I feel like we have to prepare ourselves for that being like, the likely reality of next season.
Like, how do you think the players are going to react to this? Because of the like, it's just a shock. Like, all the reports that I'm seeing is that it's a shock in the building, right? It's a shock with the fan base. It's a shock with the NFL world, but it's also a shock in the Jets, like, locker room. Like, how do you feel like as a Jets player? Like, what do you think's going through Sauce's brain or Quincy Williams, like CJ Mosley, Rodgers? Like, how do you think the players are going to respond to this, Jack? Like, Ulbrich is loved by this team. I know that for sure. Like, do you feel like this is something that could bring the team together? I know it's hard to speculate. We don't know, but like, I don't know what the mindset is now inside this Jets locker room.
With this current situation with the Jets, I really do think it's something that can bring a team together, because it's Jeff Ulbrich. Like you said, Jeff Ulbrich is so loved by this team, and Robert Saleh. Besides, obviously he brought a great defensive system to the New York Jets, and the Jets defense owes, a lot to Robert Saleh, but it owes a hell of a lot to Jeff Ulbrich as well. And, Robert Saleh was not the defensive coordinator of this team. He was the head coach, responsible for both sides of the ball. So this inept offense, is his fault,
100%.
So he had to go with Aaron Rodgers. Obviously, we all despise Nathaniel Hackett. But, it basically feels like Aaron Rodgers is the offensive coordinator, and Jeff Ulbrich is now the defensive coordinator and the head coach. So it kind of feels like that's where we are moving forward. And that's why I said before, I feel like now the Jets all of a sudden have this opportunity to be this kind of like fun, scrappy team that is at least injected with a little bit of life. Because I'm exactly, like, I cannot watch another game of Robert Saleh just doing nothing on the sideline. Like, it truly, truly makes me sick after a while. And you watch these games and you watch any other game. My dad and I were watching Chiefs Saints last night, just getting angry. Like, being a Jets fan makes you angry when you're watching competent football. That's how sorry the Jets are. You can't enjoy a good football game between two, like, good offenses because you can't help but compare everything to the gross, disgusting nonsense that we see being put out from the Jets.
I can relate to that. You know what got me angry? Every time the Vikings handed the ball off and got 7 yards on the ground. That got me mad. Just because I'm like, whoa, look at that, a 7-yard run. Look at that offensive line push. Like, the littlest things drive me nuts, Jack, because when I watch an offensive line in a run game make it look so easy, and then I watch our freaking incompetent mess of an offense try to run the football into a wall every time, it just drives me freaking nuts, man. It drives me
100%.
nuts. So let's get into some super chats. Ogre King, Rex Ryan somewhere drooling. Everyone's saying they want Rex Ryan back. I don't know if Rex Ryan is coming out of retirement, but hey, I know Jets fans will welcome him back. We're now live on Instagram right now, by the way. Just live on Instagram. Got a lot of new people coming on in. We have breaking Jets news, folks. Robert Saleh is fired. Come on to YouTube. This is where the fun is happening. We're live on YouTube with over like 1,000 people. But everybody that's tuning in on Instagram, shout out. Breaking Jets news. All right, breaking Jets news. Robert Saleh fired. D. Michi, for everyone saying this is on Rodgers, tell me how. Yeah, I mean, we're going to blame Rodgers for Saleh getting fired? People are doing that?
Yeah, no, I'm not blaming Rodgers for getting, like, Rodgers' performance for getting Saleh fired. But yeah, I definitely think that Rodgers
there could be something, like we said, Jack, that happened that we don't know.
Well,
like
that's what I'm saying.
Maybe there was a fight between Saleh and Rodgers. Maybe there was a fight between Douglas and someone. Like, maybe there was a fight between Quincy Williams and Saleh. Like, there could have been something that happened that we will find out. in due time. Boba Jet with the $5. How can this shock anyone? I keep saying players can make mistakes because they're on the field, but head coach can't be a reason why they lose every week. I think the shock really just comes from the timing more than the actual act of firing Saleh. Like, we all knew it was a ticking time bomb of when, it was a matter of when, not if Saleh is going to get fired. I just feel like it was the timing of it that's a shock. Happening now before Monday Night Football against the Bills, that's what the big shock is. So that's really what it comes down to, man.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Shout out to Boba Jet.
The timing.
My boy McDermott is next if we fall. Yeah, I mean, Bills fans are livid with Sean McDermott, by the way. They want him gone. Maybe this is a ripple effect in the AFC East. Mike McDaniel, after getting an extension, ain't looking too good in Miami either. Jerome Mayo, first-year head coach. Apparently that locker room is in disarray. A lot of craziness going on in the AFC East.
Yeah, man. This is going to be, an interesting race between us and the Buffalo Bills. We absolutely need to win this game on Monday night, man.
Oh, my God. Dude, if we go out there and beat the Bills and get to first place in this division with a tie, of course, with Ulbrich, oh, my God, it's going to feed the delusion of Jets fans, because I've seen Jets fans, like, just roast Saleh, not just this season, but even last year since he's been here, saying they want him gone. So I can tell you that this is a rejuvenating feeling amongst Jets fans, that Jets fans are happy.
100%, 100%. And now we need to take care of business. We can't allow it to be, too much of a distraction. Obviously, today is going to be like, a shock for everybody. I cannot believe that it was business as usual for Saleh showing up to the facility today, and Woody just laid it on him like that.
So according to Jordan Schultz, he says, Robert Saleh's firing should not affect the Jets' interest in trading for Davante Adams. The Jets want him just as much as Devonte wants them. Talks will continue with the Jets and other teams. So there's a lot of speculation that this trade is going to happen today. So now, like, it's going to be wild if we fire Saleh and land Adams on the same day. It's not guaranteed we get Davante Adams, number one. There's other teams involved. But the reason why I think today is the day, Jack, is because if Adams is not traded by tomorrow, the Raiders are going to have to pay his game check this week, and they don't want to keep paying Adams for not playing for their team. I think a big holdup in this negotiation is the money. The Raiders don't want to pay the rest of his salary, but they're also asking for a second-round pick, so it's complicated. The Jets are probably like, well, if you want our second-round pick, you're going to have to pay some of the salary. We're not paying his salary and giving up that high compensation. So it's either we give you less compensation and we'll pay the salary, or we'll give up that second-round pick and you pay the rest of the salary. It's just business stuff that's, I think, complicating this trade a little bit. And with the Saints losing last night and Derek Carr getting injured, I think that kind of wipes them out of landing Devonte, in my opinion. There's a dark horse team like the Ravens that can come in all of a sudden. Maybe the Bills can come in all of a sudden, but I still think the Jets are the front runner to land Devonte Adams.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. I think Aaron Rodgers is the big draw for Davante Adams. I think, he misses that connection with his former quarterback. That's obviously when both of them were playing, probably the best football of their careers. Maybe not Rodgers. Rodgers has been a beast for a long, long, long time. But you know what I'm trying to say. So I think them reuniting on the Jets would be a match made in heaven for them, for us, obviously. And again, I agree with what you just put up on the screen. I don't really think the Saleh firing is going to affect their pursuit of Davante Adams, nor do I think that's going to affect Davante Adams' desire to reunite with Rodgers and try and, make this a special year. So I do think the Jets are still the front runners. And, if they get him today, bro, if Tuesday, October 8th is the day that the New York Jets fire Robert Saleh and trade for Davante Adams.
Jack, I'm going to Citi Field soon. I'm going to the Mets playoff game, and all this is happening. I watch the Jets are going to land him by then. So there is something trending, and I want to get your thoughts of this and the chat's thoughts of this hypothetical in the offseason, Jack.
Oh, get out of my face with that. Absolutely not. I want to spit on that.
If Bill Belichick comes back, even though it feels like he never was a Jet, how would you feel? Breaking news, Jets hire Bill Belichick as their head coach. I'm not saying I want this guy's, or I'm speculating it's going to happen, but it's just all over the internet right now.
Listen, obviously, you got to give Belichick, all the praise in the world. He'll go down as the best head coach of all time. But I think the game has passed him by a little bit. We obviously saw with the departure of Tom Brady and Brady immediately winning a Super Bowl down in Tampa Bay. We kind of, I think you can call a spade there. Shout out to Tiffany McGalley. But I think you can call it how it is. I think you can call it how it is and say that, Belichick, fantastic head coach, 100%. But if he wasn't paired up with the GOAT Tom Brady for all those years, I think things would have been very different.
We need something new. We need fresh. Give me Ben Johnson. Brian Flores may be a hot commodity for the head coach position this upcoming cycle after what he's doing with that Minnesota Vikings defense. So that's really what it comes down to. But my biggest thing, Jack, is where's the offensive coaching staff accountability? Because I know everyone's roasting Hackett as they should, but there's one guy on this offensive coaching staff that I need canned.
Oh, you hate him. You're like,
oh my!
I've never seen you this angry about a Jets anything before. Honestly,
do you want to know why? Because
you hate this guy,
dude. Last offseason, when the season ended, all right, guys, we're firing Keith Carter, right? That's the easiest move that the Jets will make because this guy is trash. He literally looks like an incompetent mess. He looks like a wide receiver coaching big-ass offensive linemen. Who are you to coach these guys? And they bring him back. And what do we do, Jack? What does Joe Douglas do? Let's bring in a generational first ballot Hall of Fame left tackle. Let's bring in a Mauler left guard. Let's bring in Morgan Moses. And we got AVT. We got this all revamped talent. The offensive line looks the same. This guy, Keith Carter, sucks, okay? He's not only the worst offensive line coach in the NFL, he's the worst offensive line coach in NFL history. So I don't understand what's going on, or why he's still on this team, and why he's still employed, but I hate him. You're right, I do.
The run blocking has not been there all year.
It looks exactly the same as last year, bro.
It looks exactly the same as last year, and it feels like, correct me if I'm wrong, but it feels like as the weeks progress here, the pass protection that we were all stoked on in the the first couple games of the season is starting to get worse as well.
I mean, look at him. What am I even looking at? This guy is telling Tyron Smith what to do. He's telling Elijah Vera Tucker to climb to the second level. He's teaching these guys how to play offensive line. Look, it's asinine. It's just a complete disgrace. And what was I about to say? I think another thing about the offensive line that we may have overlooked, Jack, is the injury to Morgan Moses. As much we got Olu. This Jets offensive line was very good for the first 3 weeks. Very bad the last 2 weeks. So maybe Morgan Moses' injury means something more than we actually think. And there's actually a chance he may come back this Monday night, which is huge. Nicole with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Nicole. We appreciate the super chat as always. Saleh reaching out to Rodgers for a hug, and Rodgers shut him down last week. Rodgers is definitely behind this. He is a good coach. Nicole's upset. She thinks Rodgers can Saleh, and Saleh's a good coach. Much respect to you, Nicole, but
I'll bow out of this one. Have a great day, Nicole.
Thanks for the super chat. We value all opinions on this channel. We appreciate the super chat and the love, Nicole. Richie Fresh, need to help a rival, but y'all need an offensive mind, I think he's referring to. Yeah, we do. I
agree.
Last Second Sports, who is the man. He is the representative of the San Francisco 49ers of the NFC West Roundtable, my boy Jesse. Reality is a positional coach isn't coming midseason. Maybe Vrabel would do it, but likely this stays in-house. This makes no sense. Dysfunction. Yeah, I mean, he knows Saleh coming from San Francisco. And everyone that's saying go get Vrabel, not happening. Absolutely not happening. The Jets are not going to go outside the building to replace Saleh. They're going within the building, and it's Ulbrich, right? They're going to get their new head coach in the offseason. So stop thinking that they're going to all of a sudden pluck Rex Ryan off ESPN, pluck Vrabel off the couch. I mean, if they do that, I'd be shocked. I mean, I'm not going to rule it out completely, but it's ridiculous. But Jesse, thank you so much for the super chat, bro.
There's no shot they do that. I'm so shocked that they did what they did in firing Robert Saleh, mid-season, especially before a Monday night game against the Buffalo Bills. Not saying I think it's a good move, but it's just shocking for the Jets. They usually ride it out for the remainder of the season with the bum head coach, and then fire him, and then hire the wrong next head coach.
We have a tweet from Woody Johnson. in March that's now going viral.
Let's see it.
This was March 28th from Woody Johnson. All this nonsense about a heated argument between Coach Salah and me at the league meeting is absolutely false. It is yet another irresponsible report from NFL Network. Please disregard. Maybe
Shots fired directly at NFL Network.
So this was back in March, by the way. So this is not a new tweet, so I want to make sure, but it's resurfacing right now on Twitter. So maybe NFL Network was right, or maybe that's a nothing burger. Who knows?
Who knows? I don't know. But clearly, Woody, again, this is not something the Jets do very often. So clearly the relationship had gotten to a point, whether it was between Woody and Robert Saleh, or Rodgers and Robert Saleh, or Douglas and Robert Saleh, who knows? But Saleh,
some disconnect.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just Woody.
Well, now that the news is broke, I'm excited to, hear, hopefully we get some more insight over the next few days, as to what went down.
Richie Fresh, mentally prep yourself for TD later, Richie. I don't need to mentally prepare for TD. I've got years of experience of this guy. Move City with the $5. I like Saleh, but his recent press conference had me feeling like he just don't care. He didn't take accountability. Yeah, I think that's what drives Jets fans most insane about Saleh. He just says the same thing over and over again, preaches the choir, no accountability, and now he's gone. So
and it matters how you look, because us as fans, we're not in the building. We don't get the the inside scoop as to what's happening. We don't understand how he is as a head coach. So it matters how you look, because that's our access. We watch one game a week and we get to see him arms folded on the sideline doing nothing. So that, that matters as well. So obviously we don't know what's going on inside the building, but everything we saw was 100% worthy of being fired.
And this is an interesting, not stat, but fact from Adam Schefter. Robert Saleh's firing marks the first time in Woody Johnson's 25-year tenure that he's fired a head coach in the middle of the season. So that's why this is shocking to me, Jack, because we've never seen this. We usually wait till the end of the season to fire. We didn't fire Gase until after the season. We didn't fire Bowles until after the season. Rex, it goes all the way back. This is usually unprecedented stuff from Woody Johnson. He's taking a new approach. He feels like this team's ready to win, and Saleh's not the guy to make him win this season. He understands that, it's all in right now. There's no, all right, let's tank. We got a freaking 40-year-old quarterback. We got to win right now. Woody Johnson feels like this is the best move right now. So,
you know what this does too? This lights a fire under everybody else's butt, coaching staff wise, saying, oh shit, this could be me. This could be any of us at any given moment losing our jobs. So, everybody at this point, I think, although it was already this way to begin with, but the rest of the coaching staff, everybody from top to bottom is coaching for their jobs next year, for sure.
Former Jet comes out and makes an interesting tweet. LaMichael Pirine. Coach Salah and his staff never gave me a real opportunity once his staff came out and made it no better. He was defensive friendly. I'm not surprised one bit at this move. That's a nothing burger, but it's interesting to see some former players speak out. Also, Mekhi Becton made a tweet, of course. Lil Fresh, Richie, do you talk to Jets media?
Do you know that guy?
I'm trying to read between the lines here. Am I missing something, Jack? Or
I don't know. Maybe he thinks you're a green bean.
Yeah, I think Jets media is a bum. He's the worst creator. He needs to get a real job. That's how I look at it. Thank you, Lil Fresh. I appreciate the super chat, though. Much love to you, Lil Fresh. I speak to Jets media actually every day in my own brain. Jeff is going to stack wins. Get ready, Jets. That would be sick, man. I love Jeff Ulbrich. Hard Knocks made me kind of respect Ulbrich even more. Not that I didn't have respect for him already, but I remember my big takeaway from Hard Knocks last year, Jack, was how awesome Jeff Ulbrich is. He's just 100%. An awesome dude.
100%. And this is going to be a great opportunity for him. And unfortunately, there's no shot Jeff Ulbrich is with the Jets next year. He'll be gone. He'll be a head coach somewhere.
Yeah, man. Maybe maybe he can get a head coach gig somewhere else, or maybe he's just a really good defensive coordinator. You never know, man.
Well, that's
You never know.
another thing, man. Like, I wish if you have a great proven coordinator like a Jeff Ulbrich, like I wish that they could get paid like head coaches get paid. Because Robert Saleh is a perfect example, the classic great coordinator who wants to take the next step, become a head coach, and is horrible. So I wish that it was more, sometimes more enticing for these great coordinators to stay great coordinators. Because, Robert Saleh is a great defensive coordinator. We'll see,
But he's not
what
a
Jeff.
leader of men. And
No,
that's
but
what it
he's
comes
not,
down to.
and he's a horrible head coach.
And when we hired him, that's what I thought he would be like. Oh, we got an SEO. He's gonna be the CEO. Blah blah blah. I'm pretty sure that person meant actual literal Jets media people. Okay, that makes more sense, right? I think he asked like, do I talk to Connor Hughes and
Gotcha.
like the actual Jets beat? No, I do not. I'm not plugged in. I don't have any sources. That's a goal of mine one day. Maybe one day I will be plugged in and I'll be like, guys, I got a scoop for you guys. I mean, working hard. I've had some sources, by the way, but then I don't have any more. But it's at the end of the day, I'm not plugged in with the Jets media people, if that's what you meant. Apologies if I did not really understand exactly what you meant at first. Just hope we don't lose focus on Monday night. I agree. Maybe this will gain focus. And speaking of Monday night, Peculiar says, what's the updated line for Monday night? So let's look at the updated line, man. I think this is interesting. On BetUS Sportsbook, the official sportsbook sponsor of Jets Media, baby. So the Jets are 1.5 point underdogs. I'm pretty sure the last time I checked, Jack, there were 3 point underdogs. So I think the line shifted 1.5 points in favor of the Jets.
Yeah, it did. That's
interesting.
I was working on the Touchdown Kingdom script this morning, and I was very surprised to see that number. But there it is.
Yeah, so this is the updated odds. Guys, if you want to get your 150% bonus on BetUS Sportsbook, don't forget to use promo code YouTube150 to get a 150% bonus on your first deposit. And then you guys can get a 125% on your next 2 deposits by, again, using promo code YouTube150. Big time shout out to BetUS Sportsbook for being the proud sportsbook sponsor of this channel all season long, baby. All season long. So we're waiting to see any
Saleh's gone.
Saleh's gone, man. I'm waiting to see like more stuff come out. You know what today is, by the way? It's McAfee Rogers Tuesday. So we're gonna have Rogers on the Pat McAfee show today.
Wow. Yeah.
That's kind of interesting.
And then we're gonna get Devonte Adams at like 4:00 while you're at Citi Field.
Yeah, literally. And usually Devonte Adams is on the Kay Adams show. I don't know if you saw this yesterday, Jack, but Kay Adams tweeted, Devonte Adams will be on the show tomorrow. And then she quote tweeted it, false alarm. He will not be on the show tomorrow. A lot's going on with our guy, Devonte Adams. And so people are like, oh, he's not coming on because he's going to get traded by then. This was the tweet I'm referring to in case you guys missed it. So this tweet kind of brought Jets fans, and not just Jets fans, but NFL fans into a frenzy, thinking that
Jets, baby.
It's going to happen. So she tweeted this, Devonte Adams on the Up and Adams show tomorrow, and then she responded, oh boy, lots happening at the moment with our guy Adams. He won't be on tomorrow. Sorry about that. Stay tuned. So I don't know, man. Devontae's going to get traded today, man. I really do still believe that. The question is, will it be a Jet or not?
To the Jets. 100% to the Jets. It's got to be to the Jets. I think, honestly, the Saleh firing makes it more enticing to come to the Jets right now.
So Connor Hughes sent out an interesting tweet about the situation. The Jets and their entire coaching staff were in the building on Monday. They started their preparation for Buffalo, review of Vikings, knowing a win put them in first place. There was some feeling from those I touched base that Nate Hackett's job could be on jeopardy, sources said. Higher-ups have been on him the last couple weeks. No one expected Robert Saleh, especially when there was nothing Monday. Saleh showed up on Tuesday, business as usual, and was told he was being fired. Ownership's reasoning was that they didn't believe the team could turn it around. Damn.
Some feeling that Hackett's job could be in jeopardy. The higher-ups have been on him. That's interesting, man. I think
Because,
so what is it, man? So what happened? Is it Aaron Rodgers pulling up to Woody Johnson's office and being like, Hackett's my boy, get rid of Robert Saleh? if somebody needs to go, it's got to be the head coach. Is that what happened? That sounds like it could have happened. When you look at a tweet like that said the higher ups have been, down bad on Hackett. We know Rodgers and Hackett are big time homies. Did Aaron Rodgers pull up to Woody Johnson's office and say, I know someone's got to go. It's got to be Robert Saleh. It can't be Nate. Did that happen? They both got to go. Hackett sucks as well. But I don't think Rodgers is going to let that happen. Rodgers has this team by the you know what I'm trying to say.
I got you. I think that could be the, thing that we're talking about that we don't know that happened. There has to be some storylines that's going to come out. Pat McAfee tweeted, "Good morning, beautiful people. His slate for today, CJ Stroud at 12:15, blah, blah, blah. 12:30 scheduled Aaron Rodgers Tuesday before Coach Salah's release. We have a very real, all good if you can't, don't want to make it policy with everybody. They play next Monday night, so the daily schedule has been moved up a day. Therefore, today is a Monday in the Jets building instead of off day. Tuesday per usual, thus the 2:30 timing to begin with, then the big news hit." Does that mean he's not on today?
I know that's the most confusing thing I've ever read.
And then
in
the GIF
my life.
says, "We'll see what happens." I think it's like a wait and see. Like he doesn't know if Rodgers is coming on yet.
Yeah,
I think
so. We're probably not going to hear from Rodgers today. I imagine this is not something that Rodgers. I mean, hopefully, I would like it if Rodgers just didn't go on today anyway. Miss a week on McAfee. You can afford to miss a week.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, what is he gonna say?
I just don't want, we just don't need any more than what we're getting already. I was watching Get Up this morning. Shout out to YouTube TV that you hooked up you hooked me up with yesterday, dude. Watching Get Up, I was like, yeah,
Oh, dude, elite.
sick. The whole, and it was obviously all before the Saleh thing.
I watched the same thing, by the way.
Their whole 50% of their broadcast this morning was like
Jets.
about the Jets. So I can't imagine what things are going to be like tomorrow across the NFL media world, and obviously today moving forward. I'm super excited to hear what my guys BT and Sal have to say. What Evan Roberts is going to have to say. Yeah, this is their slate. So whenever this wraps up, I'm gonna check them out.
Yeah.
This is a day, and especially like I said, when we get Devonte Adams in like 5 hours, it is going to go down as one of the most wild days in our Jets history.
Better get Devonte, man, because that's like the only thing that is holding.
Where else is he going to go? He's not going to go to the Saints. He's going to be a Jet.
Rich Cimini. This could just be the same thing we already heard, just from another source. This was Woody Johnson's decision. Technically, Saleh reports to GM Joe Douglas, but Johnson made the call after all. He owns the team. Subtext, technically, Johnson didn't hire Saleh. It was Christopher Johnson who was acting owner while Woody was in the UK. So that doesn't really add anything we didn't already know. Thanks, Rich. That was great. That was awesome, Rich. It's just like, we got to fire a tweet out of a nothing burger. Jexican44, my man. Where's Nathaniel Hackett? He should also be fired from the mess he has done. Jet up 100%. The reality is this, guys. Rodgers and Hackett is a package deal. That's how I look at it. I'm not saying that should save Hackett's job. I'm not saying Hackett's good. But everyone's calling for Hackett should be calling for Rodgers too. That's basically my point.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I absolutely understand that. I agree with you.
I got the live reaction to BT and Sal of the news. You want to see it?
Oh, let's go. Yeah, baby.
Hold on. This is their live reaction to it. Hold on. Got to turn the audio on, right? That'll be good.
Just a little bit of audio.
Oh, Robert Saleh has been fired.
Are you serious?
Adam Schefter just put it out now.
Wow. All right, first of all,
crap.
that is stunning.
I got goosebumps, man.
Wow. For Woody Johnson to do this now, I am stunned, but it is absolutely the right move, and Saleh's a good guy. He's an awful coach, and the Jets had to do this. This tells you that behind the scenes, the Rodgers-Saleh dynamic was even worse than presented. Sal, you and I have been in this business a long time. I don't know if I've ever been more stunned than I am stunned right now.
Agreed. I'm kind of in shock and just
Wow.
trying to piece it all together here. So you still have a 41-year-old quarterback who's hobbled now, who just threw 3 interceptions the other day, who's running the show. Like, the foundation is still broken, severely broken, and they should have just done this a year ago. Like, now is not, to me, the right time to be doing it.
So we have a tweet from the Jets now. We have Woody Johnson making his presence be felt. All right, so let's hear from the Woody Johnson Jets about the statement. All right, so this is a statement from the owner. This morning, I informed Robert Saleh that he will no longer serve as the head coach of the Jets. I thanked him for his hard work these past 3.5 years and wished him and his family well moving forward. This was not an easy decision, but we are not where we should be given our expectations, and I believe now is the best time for us to move in a different direction. Jeff Ulbrich will serve as our interim head coach for the remainder of the season. He is a tough coach who has the respect of the coaches and players on this team. Ouch, that hurts to read from a solid perspective. I believe he, along with the coaches on the staff, can get the most out of our talented team and attain the goals we established this offseason. Jack, your thoughts?
That's a great statement from the owner right there, man. We are not where we should be given our expectations. That is what you want to hear from Woody Johnson. You don't want to just say, you don't want to hear, we're gonna, suffer through another season and then we'll make a move in the offseason. And it'll probably be the wrong move like it is 9 out of 10 times, and then we'll be right back where we are. No, do this now while we're in a win now situation, because make no mistake, this is the most win now year the Jets have ever had. And that window seems to be shrinking as these weeks go on. So this is a move that the Jets absolutely had to make. Jeff Ulbrich obviously does have the respect of not only the players, but the rest of the staff on this team. He was chosen to coach the Senior Bowl, like you mentioned, for a reason. And I believe that this will be a positive injection into the Jets locker room over a negative one. So I think this is great to see from Woody Johnson, but it can all change very quickly. Robert Saleh had the respect of the staff and the coaches, when he first got here. And then we see what it morphed into. So, this is, it's a fluid situation. This could either be a great thing for the Jets, or this could really mark the demise of what this all could have been. The Aaron Rodgers era will go down as one giant practical joke pulled on Jets fans. Like, this could really go either way. But This particular statement from Woody, I do like a lot.
I agree. And the fact that he, is not sugarcoating anything, he's keeping it real, that's exactly the opposite of what Saleh has been doing, right? I think that's the 100%. Biggest part here. And the fact that, he took a dig at Saleh in this is hilarious. And, he had to say the respect to Saleh, as you should. And then he goes out there and, praises Ulbrich, believes in Ulbrich, and kind of just says that this team has not lived up to the expectations. And Woody Johnson realizes that this team is built to win right now. And I think Jets fans, it's hard for us to process that just because we're not used to being in a win now mode, but we have been the last 2 seasons. This season feels more because we actually have Rodgers healthy. But when you have a win now season and you have an owner like Woody Johnson who is signing off on all these things of going after Rodgers, doing this, like, as much as we all can't stand Woody Johnson because he's just a bad owner and he's just like has not helped his Jets team do anything, it's good to see him like care enough to make a decision like this that makes him not feel good as a human being, just firing the guy, but actually holding his franchise accountable and be like, bro, like, I think this also tells me that Joe Douglas's job is safe, but we still got to wait for the rest of the season before I'm going to say they're going to extend him, right?
Yeah, I'm very curious, man. Joe Douglas has done a lot of very great things, and he's also had a lot of big swings and misses. So I'm very curious to see what this means for Joe Douglas moving forward. My gut tells me that he's going to get extended and he's going to remain the Jets general manager for a few more years. And get the opportunity to work with another head coach and draft a quarterback. And then, we'll see where we're at. But as of right now, everything still hinges on the remainder of this year. We're not dead yet. The AFC East is is a strange division these days.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
It is nuts. And like I've had First Take on, and they've been talking about the Robert Saleh firing since it happened. So this is the talking point across everywhere. BK with a $5. We don't go on a run. This change will be setting us back. Hope it works out for the best. Can't wait to heart what comes out later today or here. I think, like, let's be honest with ourselves. What were the Jets going to do with Saleh for the rest of the year?
Lose games to any team that has a better coaching staff. So
The whole thing is that this
possibly
Jets
every
team is
other
getting
team we play.
outcoached. You know, and like I
And
know
just
that this
they're unprepared. Every other team we play looks ready to go compared to us. The penalties have been ridiculous. Pre-snap penalties. You know, the obviously we saw a lot of soft calls in this week's game. But, you know, the Jets are definitely one of the most penalized teams in the league. You know, the never being ready to go and getting out coached by pretty much anybody. And now you look back on that Patriots game, and that feels like the outlier game. You know, Aaron Rodgers referred to the Broncos game as the outlier game because of all those penalties. But as of right now, the dominant performance we had against New England, that feels like an outlier game. You know?
I agree.
So this
Accountability
needed to
needed to happen. I'm excited to see Jeff get this team going, to be honest. I really rate him as a coach. I love Ulbrich, and I think that now he has a chance to audition to not only, you know, potentially stay the head coach for the Jets moving forward, which is unlikely, but maybe be a head coach on another team. Because I think that he kind of has that, like, mentality that can kind of rally all three phases of the ball. Obviously, he's a defensive guy, but you need your head coach to be able to hold your teammates accountable, likable, and have that energy. And that's what we thought Saleh was. I mean, when we brought him in, I mean, let's not forget, we wanted Saleh. Like, we all did. And Jets fans were wrong about it, including myself. We all wanted him. In the interview process, he was the guy out of all of the things that all the coaches we interviewed. Saleh was the guy. Like, don't let him leave the building. Don't let Saleh leave the building. And he just came here and wasn't the guy.
Absolutely. He's
Keith
meant
Carter
to
and
be a
Hackett still
defensive
employed as a
coordinator.
Yes.
And
then
yes,
you
I
see
agree
that
with
every-
Aaron messed up.
You know who else is a glorified coordinator?
Let me know.
Mike McDaniel.
Ah.
Glorified
McDaniel.
offensive coordinator.
All of a sudden, like, an injury to the
Saying.
quarterback has affected every other facet of this Dolphins team.
I mean, congrats on the win against the Patriots, by the way. Congrats. But the reality is this. That's a glorified offensive coordinator if I ever saw one. So we shall see. The fact that this was blindsided was wild, too. That's something that is,
Extremely.
like, kind of like, damn. And now
Very
everyone's
unexpected.
and, like, people are calling for, you know, Keith Carter's head, including myself. I like to
You
focus
hate
on this
that
year.
dude.
100%. He's not good. I hate him. I like to focus on this year, but looking ahead, draft me a dual threat QB and bring in offensive head coach like Kingsbury. I mean, that's another potential head coach candidate based off what the Commanders are doing. I mean, I don't know if he's ready to abandon Jaden Daniels if they actually go on a run this year after 1 year, but I don't know. I know that this is a legit potential reality that us fans are going to have, but I'll just be honest, I'm not ready to go there at this moment.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think Kingsbury is clearly another guy who's much better suited to be a coordinator.
Yeah, that too.
So we'll
That too.
see. But Rich, real quick, just tell me his name one more time. The Jets offensive line coach that you want out.
Keith Carter. The name, it just tells you that he's Keith Carter is our offensive line coach, guys. A 5'8" human being is coaching up big ass. I mean, dude. Guys,
This is the guy that's telling Tyron Smith what to you put him back.
look at him, dude. This is our offensive line coach.
You're killing me, man.
He's
Oh my
telling
God.
Joe Tittman how to climb into the second level and make a lane for Brees Hall. He's holding our offensive line accountable. Go look at offensive line coaches around the NFL. This looks like a freaking line, like a, I don't even know, bro. I need my offensive line coach to be 400 pounds. By the way, everyone thinks that he looks like Ryan from Jets Talk 24/7, which I thought is
Dude,
hilarious.
yes. I was thinking, who does this guy look like? He looks like somebody. Yes, he looks like Ryan, yo. He 100% looks like Ryan. Ryan, you need to get fired, bro.
Fire Jets Talk 24/7. Fire him. Dude, it's hilarious. Oh my God. He's so bad. I wanted him gone in the offseason too, which is why it's like so frustrating. I was like, all right, we're probably not going to fire Hackett, right? Because that's Rodgers' guy. I can accept that. But we're going to fire Keith Carter, right? Oh, let's bring him back. He was great last year. Oh
Sketch.
my God.
Sketch.
Because you look at the offensive line too, Jack, it's so obvious that the talent is not the issue with this offensive line. It's not. It's the talent is not the issue. It's communication.
Issue.
It's chemistry. It's scheme. It's them not being on the same page. I don't know what this coaching staff is doing, man. I don't know.
I don't know what they're doing in practice, dude. Like I don't know what these guys are doing. And I know every team does it now, but nothing pisses me off more than when I see like a video of the Jets all jogging in from practice or jogging out to practice, and somebody's holding the phone like, what's your favorite candy? Like, or whatever they're doing, you know? Like, name your favorite, like, Halloween movie. Now that it's, like, Halloween season, that'll probably be some crap out soon. Like, are you guys practicing? Are you guys practicing? Like, what are we doing out there? Are we hitting each other out there? Like, turn it up. Ulbrich needs to turn it up.
Boba Jet, anyone remember how the Bills performed after they fired their OC last year? And that was, like, week 11. This can be our moment like that. Very true. Ken Dorsey was fired after the Bills being 6-6. The Bills went undefeated. Now, totally different scenarios, but like the difference here, Jack, is the Bills fired an offensive play caller and they got a brand new offensive play caller in. We don't have any new play calling. Ulbrich has been calling the plays on defense, and that's going to continue. Hackett's going to still be calling, so the play calling will be the same, but what's different is the leadership.
I think I think Woody Johnson is pissed, and I think this is a sign to everybody in the building that, you know, it's time to go to work now. You know, like you can get we all knew that was coming. This is a matter of time. It's hilarious how it's hilarious how often that meme is still used for like so many things outside of the Jets. It's great. But I think this is like, you know, this is a warning. This is a statement to the rest of the organization from Woody. Like, you know, time to go to work. No more effing around.
Nick Mangold is O-line coach. Why do we hire Nick Mangold when we have Keith Carter? Right?
I don't know why. I don't know why.
Pathetic stuff. I agree. Go bring him in.
That would be sick.
He was at Jets.
Can he play right tackle?
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance Morgan Moses is back, which we absolutely need. Absolutely need Morgan Moses back. So, and by the way, apparently AJ Hawk confirmed that Rodgers is going to be on the McAfee show today, but we'll see what that's going to bring. Man.
Obviously, every single question is going to be about Saleh.
Man, that came out of nowhere, man. I was live this morning. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go live this morning to do a Devonte Adams watch. And I did. And the chat, Jack, spammed me. Richie, Saleh's fired. And, like, everybody was saying it. So I'm like, oh, my God, I believe you guys. Like, usually it's like one idiot trying to, you know, spread fake news. But everybody started saying it. I'm like, oh, it was a lot to process.
I got it from Frank, man. Frank's like our Adam Schefter.
Dude,
Frank's always the first one. Like
top.
Seconds after something happens, he's like, Saleh, later.
Yeah, that's like Wardy, by the way. Wardy's the same way. Look, he even sent in a super chat when it happened. Look what he sent in. Was about to call you OMG wow, but I was already live. And whenever there's breaking news, every time I get a phone call from Wardy, I'm like, what's the news? He called me. He broke the Karl Anthony Towns news to me.
Really?
Yeah, I'm about to sit down and watch a show with my girlfriend. And by the way, the show I'm watching, this is funny. The show I'm watching, I was watching the same show with her in June when the Knicks traded for Bridges. So in the middle of the show, Wardy calls me. Nick's got Bridges. I don't care what you're doing. Go live. I'm like, sorry, Bella. I got to go live. Like, I'm sorry. And then we're about to sit down and watch the show. Wardy's calling me. The Knicks got Cat. I'm like, what are you talking? How do you know this? So my girlfriend's like, every single time we go watch the show, there's breaking news happening. I'm like, yeah, sorry. That's why I'm like, last night, let's watch the show. That means the Jets going to trade for Devonte, right?
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
So Wardy is my Adam Schefter.
There you go.
Just like Frank is.
There you go.
Man. So now
Citi Field later, baby.
I'll be at Citi Field later.
Big game tonight.
Big Mets game. I mean, if the Jets trade for Devonte while I'm there, I may have to figure out a way to just go live at Citi Field. Just for like 5 minutes. The Mets are up 5-0 in the third. I'm just like, we got Devonte.
That'll be an all-time live stream. Because you're at a Mets game. My guy Vientos is going to crank a 2-run homer. And as you're talking about Davante Adams being a Jet, and you're like, it's going to be sick. I'm looking forward to that.
As
it's happening.
At the plate.
I'm manifesting it, dude. It's happening today. Davante Adams is a New York Jet. Let's go.
Today is some wild, wild day, man. I mean, you talk about waking up this morning and everybody across the Jets fan base was like, let's go, baby. We're going to get Devonte today. Nah. We're actually firing our head coach today. That's what today's going to be about.
Woody likes spectacle, you know? I think I could definitely picture him firing Robert Saleh, knowing that Davante Adams is going to be a Jet in just a few hours, you know? So it's kind of like the yin and the yang. Woody's a big spectacle guy. I think he wants, this to be his day at the end of the day.
This is going to be so wild. I think we're going to hear from Ulbrich for the first time tomorrow. That's going to be a crazy interview because now he's the head coach, so he takes all the head coach interviews. Like, I'm just trying to process it, Jack. I'm still kind of flabbergasted.
It's going to be so different. I mean, like we saw before, I don't know how many times in the Jets' history that this has happened. It hasn't happened in our lifetime, I don't think. Like, you saw that, you put that graphic up before, right? That tweet. First time
Woody fired somebody in the season.
Yeah, first time Woody has fired anybody. I don't remember an owner before Woody. I was like a year old.
Yes.
Yeah. So
yeah,
there you go.
He's 25 years of Woody Johnson. We're 26 years old. We only know the Jets as Woody.
Correct.
We only know it. Can we get breaking news like right now that Devontae's a Jet? So Jordan Schultz with another update. Let's see if this has anything. Robert Saleh's relationship with Aaron Rodgers was not fractured, despite speculation according to multiple reports. The two were getting along. The firing of Robert Saleh was carried out solely by Woody Johnson this morning. So
I don't believe it. I'm going for all the gossip, all the dirt on this one. I'm here for all of it.
You know what? I'm sending Jordan Schultz a DM because he always DMs me stuff, right? He always DMs me. And look at all the round table group chats. You guys can see the behind the scenes in my Twitter DMs. But I'm going to send him a quick DM. Any chance you want to come on my live Jets media show for a few moments to talk about the Saleh news? So maybe we can get him in. Jordan Schultz. He always DMs me. I DM him. Let's bring him on. Imagine he's like, yeah, send the link. And all of a sudden we have Jordan Schultz on here.
This is a day. This is the day. This is a day for Jets fans. This is hopefully the make it day, not the break it day. This is where the season comes alive. Because this team is lifeless right now, man. It truly is just lifeless. Robert Saleh, we thought he was going to bring the energy. He's just the classic example. Great coordinator, man. He's such a great defensive mind. He is so suited to be a coordinator. Remember him back on San Fran? He just has his face in the defensive playbook the entire game. His boys get a sack. He's hyped up. He's like pushing and shoving them around. That's what we thought he was going to bring to the table as a head coach. And it was the opposite of that. So, respect to Robert Saleh, the DC. The head coach needed to be fired 100,000%. This was a necessary move for the New York Jets.
It was. It feels like it's all there. People want to take calls, Jack. I put the link. You guys can come on in. Share your thoughts of this. He wasted no time, Mr. Kinglowski. No time at all. Kinglowski, you're live, bro.
Richie, my brother. Jack, my brother. Hey, man, this is the shakeup we needed. You understand me? This is the shakeup we needed. All right? At the end of the day, I was one of those guys that believed in him. I wanted to believe in him. I wanted to see him do well. Okay? Last year kind of showed me something, but at the end of the day, it wasn't good enough. All right? So I wanted to see him with a competent quarterback. I wanted to see him with a real quarterback, man. But it's the same shit. It's the same shit. Okay? So now, at the end of the day, come on, Aubrey. Let's see what you got. This is half of the fan base wanted Saleh, half of the fan base didn't. Okay? Y'all got what y'all wanted, man. I know a lot of cats wanted this guy gone. And I get it, man. But at a point in time, it's like, yo, we keep seeing the same damn thing. This guy keeps showing the same damn thing, keeps saying the same damn thing, not showing or giving these guys any type of accountability. I'm like, yo, man, nah, it can't go. This team is too talented for the bullshit like this. We should be 4-1. Okay, let's be honest, man. Like, this is ridiculous, bro. Y'all, this is the shakeup we needed. I love this move. I'm excited. At first, I didn't know how to feel. I'm like, damn, Woody Johnson did this. This is the first time he done this in his career. Like, I'm like, yo, what the hell? Are you kidding me? I'm expecting Hackett. But I mean, hey, man, I'm excited for this. Now, ain't no excuse, man. Let's go out and whoop Buffalo ass, okay? The team is shook up. Everybody should be pissed off right now, all right? Despite the move, I know as a fan base, we probably excited, but everybody in that locker room should be pissed the hell off, okay? And they should go out and whoop some damn ass. All right, let's go get this win, and let's go get first place in this damn AFC East, baby. JTFs, just the stats. JTFs, just the stats.
Much love, Kinglowski.
Love it. And yeah, man.
I mean, the preacher of
absolutely
the realm
right.
right there.
At the end of the day, man, the record speaks for itself, you know? 20 wins in 3.5 years is crap, and it's unacceptable. And you can say whatever you want about any sort of positive aspects that Saleh may have brought to this team. At the end of the day, the record is what matters, and that speaks for itself, and he's got to go. Never was good enough. Never will be good enough. The Jets were never going to win with Robert Saleh as head coach, ever.
And the fact that they did it now, like, could this be Woody Johnson's opportunity for us as a fan base to actually be like, oh, wow, you know what you're doing? You know what I mean? Like, can this save the season?
I mean, no.
Probably not.
Save the season or save our view of Woody Johnson?
No, I mean, I don't think the only way this can change our view of Woody Johnson is if we Rodgers just turns the clock back, we get Devonte, we win a Super Bowl, but that's not happening.
Yeah, no. I mean, only a Super Bowl could save Woody Johnson after 25 years of mediocrity at best.
Yeah.
So I think the
the
season is
report from-
savable. The season is savable. 100%.
Especially, let me just remind, and I keep showing this, Jack, to the people that think the season is actually savable. And there's one reason for it.
Look at the division.
One reason for it, and I'm going to show you right now what the reason is. Not just
And look
the
at the
division,
conference.
but the conference, man. Look at the playoff picture.
Look at the Bengals. Look at,
You remember how we said the AFC is stacked? No, the NFC is stacked. It flipped. Everyone is wrong. Look at the NFC, Jack, right? You have the Cardinals, who just beat the Niners in 12th, and the 49ers in 14th, 2-3. The Giants are even somehow in it. Rams are at 1-4. Look how tight it is.
Look at the
Eagles at 2-2.
49ers, brother.
The Bears are 3-2. The Packers are 3-2. Cowboys, Bucks, Lions. Like, the NFC is stacked. And look at the AFC. Look at the AFC. You got these 4 division leaders, and then you have the Broncos in there at the 6th.
That
on a 3-game winning
pisses
streak.
me off, dude.
3-game winning streak.
That pisses me off.
And then you have the Chargers, the Jets at 2-3, Raiders 2-3, Dolphins 2-3, Colts 2-3, Titans, Browns, Pats, Jags, Bengals. Like, this is wide open, bro. So that's why Jets fans have to realize that, like, we win and we're good. All right, we have some Diana Rossini news. That's not going to be, I mean, this is not shocking to me. You know, it's going to piss Jets fans off. It's my understanding that the Jets do not plan on firing Hackett. Rodgers and Hackett are a package deal. That's how I look at it. When Hackett's fired, that's when Rodgers retires. I mean, I'm not saying I agree with this, but I'm just saying from the optics of what I expect, the Jets, Woody Johnson understands that Aaron Rodgers and Hackett, like, it's just, they're just a pair. And if the pair fails, they'll fail. They're failing right now. But I don't know what to say other than that. This is what I expected. Not to say I agree with it at all, though, Jack.
Yeah, no, I don't expect him to fire Hackett. I think Saleh is clearly the sacrificial lamb here. And I don't expect any more, crazy shake-up moves like this moving forward, unless things get truly awfully bad, which it could. We'll see what happens. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he could be gone eventually.
Woody Johnson is clearly pissed. Like, Woody's had enough. Like, this is the best roster that he's helped assemble as owner of this New York Jets team, and they are underachieving in every aspect. So Woody is clearly angry. We've never seen a move like this before. So somebody had to go, but I don't think he's going to clean house. Although, if it continues to get worse and it's truly a downhill spiral, I think anybody's job is on the line.
Oh, dude, every single person's job is on the line, including Douglas. Every single person.
He's pissed
the only
off.
person that job is not on the line is Woody because he's the owner.
Yeah.
Like, maybe Woody can fire his brother from being his co-owner, Christopher. We want Christopher gone. How about that? But listen, guys, the reality is this. This is how I look at it. If you look at Aaron Rodgers and you want him still here, you got to accept the fact that Hackett is the guy with him. I'm not saying we should be convinced that Hackett is going to be good. I'm not saying we should think he's going to do anything, but I generally don't think firing Hackett is going to help just from the optics of Aaron Rodgers. Like, I want Aaron Rodgers happy. I want him to figure himself out, especially if you bring in Davante Adams. Davante Adams has a relationship with Hackett. The one thing that Hackett does do is he has a good relationship with players. Obviously, awful offensive mind, awful scheme, awful play calling, all that's trash. But the reality is that Aaron Rodgers and Hackett gives Rodgers the creative freedom to do what he wants, and that's honestly hurting because it's too much stress on Rodgers. And the thing that we're missing, Jack, is a scheme that can scheme guys open, and Rodgers can sit back and be like, wow, look at that wide open receiver because of that beautiful route concept that my offensive coordinator schemed up for me. That's what we're lacking. We're relying too much on going empty, Rodgers doing hot routes, which is why the play clock always goes down to 0, and that's the reality of it. So this is not shocking news to me, but maybe Hackett is fired in a few weeks if this offense does not get figured out.
And when you see Rodgers, mobility continue to get worse as these games progress, you do get angry that a guy like Keith Carter was retained because this offensive line is just not doing what they should be doing in terms of obviously blowing holes open for the run, but protecting Aaron Rodgers as well. And Rodgers hasn't been perfect. He's missed a couple throws and he's held onto the ball for a little too long. And obviously the 3 interception game is unacceptable from any quarterback, let alone a guy like Aaron Rodgers. But Hackett is clearly a huge reason why this offense is where it's at as well.
I agree. Fire Keith Carter and get Kevin Mayo. Yeah, I mean,
Kevin Mawai?
Kevin Mawai is who we meant. That would be sick. We all want the former Jet legends offensive line players to come on in. The fact that Hackett is still with us says so much, but also that he's not the interim head coach says a lot too. LOL, my mind is all over the place. Yeah, I mean, bro, right when this news broke, I'm like, yeah, Ulbrich is going to be the head coach. I didn't even think for a second. Imagine, Imagine they hired Hackett. He has head coaching experience, so he's going to be your guy. That would have
Well, that would have made this, like, I view this as a positive. I view this whole Saleh firing as a positive because of the Ulbrich elevation.
Let's live in an alternate reality. The Jets
let's flip
hire...
it 180 where Hackett is the interim head coach. We're furious on here.
Oh, dude, I'm
like,
furious.
You know, like,
that would drive me nuts.
That would mark the end. That would truly mark the end of the season, of the Aaron Rodgers hopeful era.
Would it mark the end of your Jets fandom?
Nothing could ever mark the end of my Jets fandom, but it would be a dark day. It would be a dark day for sure. You'd like to think anybody's better than Saleh, but Hackett truly had one of the worst head coaching tenures that we've ever seen with the Denver Broncos.
So we have an update from Pat McAfee about if Rodgers is joining. Ladies and gentlemen, sources are telling me that Aaron Rodgers will be joining the program tomorrow. So he will not be on today. He's gonna let the Jets trade for Devonte and then go on.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's a smart move. That's honestly a smart PR move. Because, you can't go on there and just take only Saleh questions. You go on there tomorrow and you take Saleh questions at first, but then you finish off the interview with, all right, now you're back with your boy Davante. What's going to happen now? So that's a smart move.
I agree. Smart move indeed. Let's get into some callers now. We got our boy James, who's been waiting patiently. James, you're live, bro.
Yo.
What up, man?
What's up?
How you feeling?
I'm all right, hanging in, doing my best. But yeah, it's about time Woody, he grabbed the twig and berries and shook them up. We needed it. I like the guy. He's nice, but he's a Pop-Tart. He's hard on the outside. He's too soft in the middle. He's not, you got to grab someone's fucking face. You got to grab a face mask every now and then and say, get your ass on the bench. Look at what you just did. You got to treat them like a child, like a dog. Maybe you rub their snout in the piss a little bit. Look at what you just did. Now go, think about it, and then you come back on when you're ready. And if not, maybe you're gone next week. Who knows? I don't know. Put the fear of God in somebody. They know if they get away, it's okay. We know what we did wrong. We'll fix it next. No, you won't. You don't give a shit. You're getting your bread no matter what. But guess what? If you don't get the playing time, you don't get numbers from maybe another team. Now you have no chance to even go somewhere else. So you have to hold their feet to the fire, or else you're going to get this. Now, I know like kids today are nice and, they're very soft and cushy and want to be coddled, but maybe you're in the wrong sport. You're trying to take people's heads off 75 plays a game. This isn't the time for coddling. This is the time to be hard. We'll coddle you after the game and say, good job, and you did well and all that shit. But Hackett, I wanted to go. I personally have a thing with Hackett since his father. His father absolutely fucking cursed me. I couldn't stand the guy. My father couldn't stand the guy. And his son is no better. I swear to Christ, he needs some type of contacts or something. He doesn't see what's going on out there. I guarantee if 5 of us got on the field together and called plays for one game, we could call 70 plays better than he can. He's a nightmare. He's an absolute mess. He's a disaster. He doesn't know what the fuck. He doesn't know whether to shit or go blind. He really doesn't. He's a fucking disaster. I can't stand him. I wish they took him with them, but Aaron wanted him to stay, so whatever. Put his ass up in the sky. Let him see from a bird's eye view and let Aaron take care of everything. Ulbrich, I like. I think the players respect him. I'm about to watch his mic'd up after I get off the phone because I got a conference call at 12:30. But I'm gonna watch his mic'd up, and because I remember he had everyone juiced and ready to go. So don't be surprised, bro, if he does really well. When you have these midseason like shakeup changes, a lot of times these players they wake up and they say, "Oh shit, no one was ready for that." I know. No. So I was working. I saw it at like 11:20, 11:15, and I was like, no way. I must have fucking hit my head early this morning and not realized it. Like, so I fucking closed the browser and reopened it, and I was like, holy shit, they shit canned them. And I was shocked, and I went to other different outlets, and that was the report. So I was like, oh my God. And if I'm thinking that, and we're thinking that, there's no way the players aren't thinking that, especially if they were in there yesterday prepping for this week.
Yeah. Like, this news is just ground shattering.
And Woody doesn't do this, dude.
we're going to look back on this day as
I
either the
think
turning
so.
point of the season or just the beginning of the end. So, James, we appreciate you as always, my
yeah.
brother. Hope you're doing
I
well,
would.
my man.
Talk soon.
Much love
Much
to you.
respect, James. As
Yeah,
always,
like-
no minced words from James. Saleh, bum.
This is nuts. I'm happy that we're able to have everybody react together. Check out Jeff Saturday's take on First Take. He and Shannon make good points on the Jet situation, how I think some of us feel. Yeah, I missed it, so I'll definitely go rewatch it. I had it on.
I'm so excited to like consume every piece of media that I can about this.
Yeah, man, YouTube TV, baby. You just
get
go
it.
from FS1 to ESPN to NFL Network. That's the 3 cycles, baby.
The 3 cycles, and then
3 cycles of.
I gotta get in the shower and run some errands in a little bit, and I'll have the fan on the entire time for sure.
Oh yeah, that of course the fan too. Love it. Jose, get Devonte. Win on Monday. They get great momentum for the rest of the season. Players be held accountable now. Let's go. It's crazy, Jack. You win on Monday. We are tied for first in the division. So that's really what now our mindset should be focused on. This Jets team should be playing juiced up. I hope this doesn't turn into a big distraction. I hope this is something that can kind of bring this team together. All right. You guys should have hired Brian Flores. Aaron needs to get uncomfortable. Yeah, Brian Flores won the Aaron Rodgers versus Brian Flores mental chess game for sure. So he's going to be a head coach again for sure. Let's get into some callers. We have a lot of people coming on in. JT, what's good, bro?
Yo, what's up, guys?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Doing good, doing good. Had to just change my fantasy name. It was Saleh Sluts, so we had to change that. We had to get rid of the Saleh there. But I like this move. I think I like Ulbrich taking over for a little bit. I feel like he's the type that holds players accountable. I mean, we obviously don't know what goes on behind the scenes, but he seems like that type. I don't know. I'd like the move. I think we're in a good position moving forward and excited to see what comes out of this on Monday.
Yeah, man.
I'll see you on Monday.
Yeah, let's go. Park and Patch promo out tomorrow, right?
Yes, sir. Shout out
Let's
to AFC's
go.
Roundtable event.
Let's
I
go.
mean, what crazy stuff to happen leading up to that, man. The
We get
AFC's
to see-
Roundtable event is going to be nuts.
Yeah, we get to see Ulbricht's first game coaching the Jets live.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We got to see that
Interesting.
live.
Let's
That's
go.
gonna be
Let's
nuts.
beat Buffalo, baby. Let's keep the train rolling and let's top on the right track.
Let's
JETS,
go.
Jets, Jets, Jets. Have a good
Let's
day,
go,
Jets.
baby. Take
Appreciate
care, brother.
you, brother. Much love to you, my man. We have Connor Hughes saying Jets staffers I touched base with are unsure if additional changes are coming, potentially to the offensive side of the ball. As one put it to me, everything feels up in the air, which you can honestly, predict. Because
I believe,
no one
yeah.
saw the Saleh.
Yeah,
one saw
no.
Saleh coming. So they're like, if Saleh's fired, everyone's potentially going to get fired.
Yep.
So make Middleton the play caller on offense. Imagine they hired Middleton as the head coach. That would be funny. Carter next. I still don't get how he's still a head coach, offensive line coordinator. Jexican!
Hey, what's up, buddies? Yeah, so I first woke up with the news too. Just all my standpoint is agree. I sort of agree with a solid move being fired. I just more pointing on fingers on Hackett, but I shouldn't have. But I just think the offensive scheme is not the right set for the coaches. It's the way we saw the games for the past 5 games. I just had to believe that this not works out to where Hackett has to make the decisions on the offensive plays every consistent they run the ball. I don't think that's ever going to be out of nowhere. I mean, just all players that need to score points, and they're really desperate to make some changes. And Woody Johnson, he's the guy that will believe that he make changes for the good. I do believe that where the Nathaniel Hackett and Aaron Rodgers, they may not last long with this offense. I mean, further the best for this season. I hope they win and succeed from somehow with this change. Despite of like how difficult what the changes are, we gotta expect for the best of Ulbrich with the new head coach we have now. He's well being with the defensive scheme that we have less so far, and he makes defensive starts look great. But rely on that. Hopefully this change will be good, and we'll see what happens from this season.
Absolutely.
Amen, brother.
Hopefully this change will be good indeed. Shout out to Jexican, who was at Jets Media Day. Great to meet him
Great
in
call.
person. Great call as always, man.
Always great
to
chatting
see,
with you, brother.
Great to see Jets fans' reactions to this. You ready to hear a non-Jets fans' reaction?
There he is.
Andy!
I literally found out like literally 10 minutes ago.
Oh, really? So this is fresh for you.
Literally, I was scrolling through TikTok and happened to come across Dan's TikTok.
Oh,
I'm
Dan
like,
Mitchell
no way,
breaking the news.
he's fucking lying. And I scroll online. I'm like, oh shit. I was like, is Richie live? And then literally, I've been on.
My live stream, Andy, this live stream that we're live on started as a Davante Adams trade watch.
Yeah, I know. I saw the thing.
rebranded
I
it.
just didn't know if you were still live.
Yeah, it was. Crazy.
Yeah.
Now, Andy, the question is real quick: Is McDermott up next with a loss to the Jets on Monday potentially?
I mean, we'll see. I mean, I'm not gonna say you guys are gonna win because that trip back from London is a bitch.
No, yeah, of course. I'm just saying if
So-
the Bills were to lose on Monday.
I wanted it this week, so.
All right. So you're ready for it.
So Andy's been, I think, not the only, but he's calling for McDermott's head since last year. Correct me if I'm wrong, Andy. You've been against McDermott, wanting him fired for a long time.
Yes, I root for the Bills, but I don't like McDermott. When
Yeah,
it comes
gotcha.
into crucial things, he tends to fuck up always.
I gotcha.
Like deciding, hey, I know we're on the 3-yard line, but let's throw 3 consecutive passes to stop the clock to basically give Houston 6 timeouts instead of running the ball or taking a knee and taking it to fucking overtime.
Yeah, I think this AFC East division is so interesting right now that like it kind of is blowing up before it even gets started 5 weeks into the season. So the huddle is going to be interesting at 3, and then the round table will be more interesting tomorrow night. Andy,
for sure.
appreciate you as always, my man, and I'll see you soon, all right?
Yep.
See you, man.
Take care, Andy. Appreciate you, man.
Man, oh man. Jets fans now, we're like, it's funny because we're on edge of the Devonte news. It's like, it's not over yet. We're still waiting for some more news. We're starving.
Yeah,
Where's-
I know.
where's-
And I'm thinking, like, how are the Bills going to cover Devonte Adams, Garrett Wilson, and Mike Williams on Monday night? You know?
We'll see what's next, man. We'll see what's next. All right, let's get our guy, Josh, NYJ Madden. What's good, bro?
Yo, what's up, Richie? What's up, Jack? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. How you doing, man?
So mixed emotions, man. So I'm gonna try not to take too long, cause I know y'all got a whole bunch of callers, man. But I'm gonna be real about everything. I'm not trying to kill nobody's energy and stuff like that. I know what's going on. I see what's going on. Everything what's going on right now is cool. The firing with Robert Saleh and Devonte Adams, if we get him, everything is cool. I understand all that, but I'm just fed up with all this hype shit, man, for real. And excuse my profanity. Like, I'm just done, bro. Like I'm a true Jets fan, diehard Jets fan.
Oh.
But I'm just
Man, they
tired.
broke you, Josh.
I'm tired of this. I'm tired of the hype, man. Like it's every every team. Like, I'm not gonna say every team, but like the Buccaneers. I'm gonna say the Buccaneers.
Josh.
Oh, he's a little frozen. Oh, no.
Dude, if we losing Josh's
Oh.
optimism, I think we're done, folks.
Oh, no, Josh.
Josh, you're frozen. He's bringing up the Bucks as an example.
Because, dude, I've never seen Josh this sad,
Yeah,
bro.
me neither. That was my first time seeing Josh that defeated.
Josh, dude, the Jets broke another one, and this time it's Josh, man. That
And
is
he's
so
usually the most
heartbreaking.
hopeful.
He really is, dude. The Jets got another one, man. They've had me for a while. They still don't have you. Sometimes they do, but you fluctuate.
Keith.
But I think
Carter.
I think the Jets broke Josh, man. Oh,
They're breaking a lot of us.
that is so heartbreaking, man.
But knowing who
truly-
Josh was,
That truly does make me so sad.
he's like, I'm sick of believing. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Well, we shall see. Maybe we'll see the next. We got the number 1 grinder. How you
What's up,
doing, man? Did they break you?
I'm gonna put it like this. I was on our brother Matt O'Leary, and I'm gonna get to that in a few seconds. As me and you talk, brother Jeff, you know, I've been a long time Jeff fan. itty bitty. You know, when Jets won the Super Bowl, I was going on 3. I know about throughout the years, the 70s and the 80s and all that. I'm not going to bring that up. The one thing that I could say, like in my 30s, when we had Rex Ryan, lived through that.
Yep.
Back-to-back AFC championships.
How you feeling today?
As an older Jet, I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm going to expand on this a little more. I'm not going to be. I'm gonna expand on this a little more. I'm gonna say this. Woody Johnson, I hope you hear me. I want you to hear me loud and clear. And I'm going to speak beyond the Jets family here, young and old. You got Robert Salah. Now we thought he'd probably last this year and get a new coach. You know, make a run the playoffs. Understand that. 2 or 3. You got Robert Salah. Got Jet. You know, Jet. Interim head coach. I love him. I love the play. Offensive side of the ball. They love him. Well and good. I want people to work with me here. Because I'm going to talk about this on my channel later on. Work with me here, okay? I'm going to repeat this on my brother's channel. I'm going to repeat this here. And I want people to hear loud and clear.
Let's hear it.
Jet players and us Jet Nation on both sides of the ball. I'm talking about the Jet Nation. We're going to talk about Jet Nation in a few seconds. But the Jet players on both sides of the ball. You want Robert Salah out, you got him out. Well and good. Now you should go to Aaron Rodgers and go to him and tell him that your boy stinks. He needs to go.
You want the players to fire Rodgers?
No, I want them to let him know, listen, it's got to be a change. Not fire, but it's got to be a change. It's got to be a change.
All right. The #1 grinder coming out, man.
I'm going to say one more thing. And then after that, get Carter out.
Oh, get him out of here, too. I agree with that, man.
Because if we still, I'm going to say one thing. If we said we still going for the Super Bowl bust, right? They ain't the one holding us up. They got to go.
I agree. Man, appreciate this the call, man. I mean, listen.
Oh, that was painful, dude.
The players are not going to go up to Rodgers and tell him we want you out. But obviously, you look at Rodgers and you're like, hey, like, according to the reports, he's not the one that made this decision. It was always Woody Johnson. I can't really believe that right now. But at the end of the day, I don't know. Josh, you're back. We need you.
Yo, my bad, man. My phone got too hot, man. So that explains my energy right now. So that's crazy. So, but I don't know where I left off at. But I was saying,
you brought up the Buccaneers.
Yeah, the Buccaneers even made it to the playoffs in the Super Bowl. Yeah, they had Tom Brady, but it's just why can't we be that team, man? Like it's always every year. Since I've been a Jets fan, since 2008, man, 2009, man. So and I'm just tired of all the hype, man. What the fuck are we gonna do? Is it Woody? Is it what is it? Is it the coaching, the players? It can't be that, because we always get the right players, the right coaches, and it always seems to just go down. Yeah, we have 1 or 2 great games, probably 4 great games at the most. But it's we cannot just get over a hump, man. And that shit is just depressing and stressing. This shit be pissing me off. What the fuck are we gonna do? What are we doing? We gonna see what this move do, man. I pray and just hope that we just do something, man. But like if we don't make it to the playoffs this year, well, like I don't know. I'm gonna remain a Jets fan. I'm gonna always watch the Jets for
We
life,
need you, Josh.
man. I'm not going nowhere. It's just I can't just root for y'all like as I want to and be happy, like truly happy, like I really want to.
I feel you, man.
I'm gonna go in every single game. Okay, let's go. What we gonna do? All right. And then I sit back.
Damn, Josh. You
Like,
know, I gotta be
the
honest,
same
man.
shit.
Seeing the Jets break you is hurting my heart. And I hope
They did
nothing
it to
but
you,
the best
Josh.
that somehow
Man.
this team can figure out a way to I don't know, man. Josh, we love you. We appreciate your authentic energy and not
Yes, sir,
keeping it a
man.
buck, keeping it real.
Yeah, always
And
keeping it real. We
we
appreciate
really
it,
do
man.
appreciate you, brother. Much love
Yes,
to
sir.
you. Hope you're doing well. Keep your head up high. And I don't know, the Jets probably won't make you feel better, but try to find something else that can.
We gonna see, man. Let's go Jets,
We'll
man.
see.
Let's go.
Much love, brother. Damn. It hurts. Doesn't it?
That really does hurt, man.
Well,
Josh is a real one.
So we have somebody backstage, Jack, that is demanding to get on because he has a positive spin of this.
Well, I think it's overall a positive thing.
Well,
that
let's hear
Saleh's
from the
gone.
legend, Charles Gorman, who believes it's a positive. Why is this a positive energy? Give it to me, Charles.
Well, first off, Richie, how you holding up?
I'm holding up great, baby. Mets playoffs tonight. I'm living the dream. I'm alive. I'm holding up.
Anyways, I think it's about damn time Robert Saleh got his ass fired. I mean, the guy was terrible. The guy consistently got outcoached more times than I can count. I mean, he may be a good family man. He may be a good husband, but he's a terrible coach. Head coach, excuse me. And Rudy Johnson had every he had every right to be fired. So
yeah.
Anyways, I think this sends a message to the rest of the Jets coaching staff as well as to Joe Douglas that this is time for you to get your you know what together. This is something, but as for the positive energy, I think this brings in a new fresh air of positive vibes for the football team, for the coaching staff, for the players, because Quincy Williams, after the game against the Vikings, was like, we need to hold people accountable. And he was 100% correct about that. So I think this is a way of holding people accountable. Plus, as I said before, I like Jeff Ulbrich. I remember a lot of us Jet fans wanted him gone after his rookie season, but then looking at the talent we have on the defensive side of the ball the past 3 years, he's been really putting a good job working that together. And also, I know Rodgers and Hackett is a package deal, which is 100% correct. I want Hackett gone too. Unfortunately, I don't remember Nathaniel Hackett's father. I wasn't a Jet fan at that time, but I've heard he wasn't very good unless he had like Chad Pennington.
Well, Charles, as always, we
appreciate
appreciate
you,
the
brother.
perspective, and you're a loyal dog of a human being. Charles Gorman, ladies and gentlemen.
Very
we love
positive. John, how do you follow it up? What's up, John?
What's going
Thanks for
on,
being
guys?
patient, man.
What if time to finally get some time to talk to you guys?
There you go,
So,
John. We're happy to see you.
First of all, bravo, Woody Johnson. Words I've never thought I would ever say, man. Even though I would guess that Aaron gave him the assist, but the fact that Woody did it gets props to me. I woke up and I went to the YouTube notifications, and then I saw the word, and I just had to immediately come on the show to see everybody's reaction. But this is a good sign, because the thing is, Robert Saleh is completely inept as a coach. All he is a bona fide cheerleader. We need accountability. And, finally, with this move, maybe we can finally get some accountability. So I'm not broken, because I know for the most part what to expect with this franchise. But but this is a good day. It needed to happen, I mean, the Vikings game was a major lost opportunity and which was the nail in the coffin for Saleh. So hopefully we don't get to miss any more opportunities with Ulbrich as the coach. But I'm feeling good about it because it had to happen eventually. So I'll keep you guys, because I know you guys have tons of calls, so I'll just leave it to that. You guys are doing a fabulous job.
John, thank you so much.
Thank you, John.
Yeah, guys,
Appreciate
have a
that.
good one.
You too, John. Much
Thanks a
love
lot,
to you.
John.
Thanks for being patient. We got 2 more callers left. We appreciate everybody being patient. We want to get all the Jets fans' thoughts out there because I think this is one of those times where Jets fans deserve a platform to kind of feel out their thoughts of this. We had the deal with Saleh for 3.5 years. I mean, all I know is for Jets media is the ending of Adam. Well, I started Jets media, Jack, when we hired Gase. So now Jets media is going to go through 3 head coaches. This is our first time with an interim head coach.
First time with an interim head coach ever.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is crazy.
Julio Kelly.
Julio.
Thanks for waiting backstage. How you doing?
All right. How you doing, Rich and Jack?
Good,
We're doing
man.
all right.
Good.
Rich, 3.5 years. Robert Saleh had a bad division record. We just started beating the Patriots. We haven't beaten the Dolphins yet. 3.5 years. We split with Buffalo. And we lost to 3 former quarterbacks in the 3.5 in the year that was with the Jets. We lost to Geno Smith. We lost to Zach Wilson from the bench. Not even a starter, from the bench. And we lost to Sam Darnold. And I love Sam Darnold, but that's 3. Former Jet.
Yeah, man. You're absolutely right.
And we
That's a good
lost
point.
to Jamal Adams when he was in Seattle.
You're right. It's frustrating.
Come on. I've been waiting for the day. I was over Saleh from last year. This needed to happen. I said Sunday morning, my wife was cooking me breakfast. I said, baby, this man is just holding like this, not doing nothing. Shoot, Aaron Rodgers almost quit on us and went back in the field because of what the defense did.
Yeah, man. Can't
needed
watch
to
any
happen.
more of that. Can't watch any more of that on the
It needed to
sideline.
happen, Julio, and it did.
Yes.
And I think the division now is going to be interesting to see how this team matches up. Now we have a big division game on Monday. Julio, thank you so much for the call, my brother. We appreciate the support. We got a big division game coming up against the Bills in Jeff Ulbricht's head coaching debut, and this is a move that it feels like, Jack, based off the calls, that everyone's happy with it. There's no one upset that we fired Coach Salah.
you gotta move on. You gotta do something to shake up the locker room, shake up the organization, move forward, save the season. And Devonte Adams coming very soon. 4 hours, 5 hours from now.
Andrew,
what's going on, boys?
What's up,
What's
Andrew?
going on, dude? How you
Not
doing?
much. I saw you said you were taking 2 more. So before we get off here, on behalf of everybody, I'd just like to thank you guys for just always taking the time and going live. And just to both of you guys, definitely the best YouTube channel. Huge fan of Ian, Jets Talk 24/7. But any kind of practice squad, player movement, anything that happens with the Jets, I tune into Jets Media for this reason exactly. You guys give us our time to have our opinions. You don't necessarily disagree. Just how you doing? Keep it moving.
Thank you so much, Andrew. That was very kind of you, brother. Very kind of you.
That's awesome.
I do have a question, though, because as this news is settling in for me, the more and more I'm thinking about it, right? This Monday night Buffalo game is an absolute must-win game. And we've all suffered the Saleh tenure, the penalties, the whatever it might be, just overall incompetence. But where does this move help the offense? How do any of these moves help the offense? It seems like the offense is a huge problem right now. We're laughing and joking about firing Keith Carter and how we're lucky Ulbricht's the head coach and it wasn't Hackett. Those things are all fine. We can celebrate those as mini wins. But these things aren't really solving the problem. To me, it feels like we're going to make Ulbricht the defensive coordinator, which he's been excellent at. We're going to take him away from that role. Now, Tony Oden, he might be a great defensive coordinator. We don't know these things. We know the offense is totally inept. We can't run the ball. We're not scheming anything. We can't even get guys in motion. So yes, Salah had to go. All of these things are all true. But am I the only one sitting here saying maybe this is a lateral move?
You have great points there, Andrew.
You're absolutely right, man. That is a great point. I think that, you just couldn't let this continue the way it's been going. Something needed to be done. But you're right. I mean, it probably is a lateral move. Hopefully not. I mean, I think Aaron Rodgers is this Jets team is a quarterback injury away from being back to the bottom of the barrel. So let's not get that all twisted. I think, Hackett has shown that he's absolutely inept, as you put it, at his job. But I think somebody needed to go. Somebody needed to be the sacrificial lamb. And it was Robert Saleh. But I do agree that, that is a great point. I mean, this isn't really, I think this is an offense that, hopefully will just magically start to click because everything runs through Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
Obviously, we know Robert Saleh has been extremely hands-off with the offense. So as of right now,
do they expect Ulbrich to just jump in and fix the offense?
No, definitely, certainly not. So I think you're right. I mean, I think this offense is just going to be a matter of.
I think it comes down to the Devonte Adams trade. Like when it comes to what's going to. I'm not going to say
They
Adams
have
will
to put
fix
makeup on
everything.
a pig.
Yeah, Adams is not going to fix it, and he's not even a Jet, by the way. But like that will definitely help. And I don't know what this is a lateral move from the offensive standpoint. I think what this can do is spark, a ripple effect in the locker room from these players, maybe spark something in this organization of like, wow, this ownership isn't messing around. And I think the big thing that I spoke about in my recap video that I'm going to say the word all over again is now that we have it is accountability. There has been a lack of accountability in this organization this entire season since Saleh got in. And I think this is the first step in that direction of holding the team accountable. And now we have to look at this team and like, are they going to come together? Because Rodgers said it, I think, beautifully after the game. He said, everybody around, like outside the Jets building, is going to count us out, which they should, right? Like the media is going to rip apart the Jets. But the big question is, inside the building, are the Jets going to come together in this moment and handle adversity and, hold each other accountable, or are they going to let that infiltrate the building and spiral down? And now we have this Saleh firing, which kind of tells you that there has been a lack of accountability. So this could be a lateral move, or it could be something that could absolutely spark these players, because as much as we hate the coaching staff, I also have been preaching that we have to start holding these players accountable. Like there's players out there making boneheaded mistakes that obviously you want the coaches to get in their ears, but like at the end of the day, these players are making the mistakes too. So they got to play better football, and there's got to be better coaches, and there's got to be better accountability. So we shall see. Andrew, excellent call. Really do appreciate this discussion.
Yeah,
and I
lot,
can't thank you enough for the support you show on Jets
Come
Media,
home,
man.
Tay.
Let's
Come
go.
home, Tay. Absolutely.
Let's go,
thank
baby.
you, Andrew.
Shout out.
Much love.
Yeah, appreciate the call.
It's a great question.
And the kind words. Yeah, and a great point. I think this, we really still do have all of our eggs in the basket of Aaron Rodgers. And, the rest of this season offensively really hinges on him. I don't think, Robert Saleh had much of anything to do with the success or failure of the offense. But
remember, Saleh was so hands-on on the offense this offseason.
Well, yeah, unfortunately for
Right.
him as head coach and not defensive coordinator, the ineptitude of both sides of the ball would fall on him, and he had to go. And while it could definitely be a lateral move in terms of an offensive standpoint, something needed to happen. And unfortunately, Aaron Rodgers and Nathaniel Hackett are best buds. That sucks, dude. That really sucks. Hackett's such a bum.
I don't know. Like, I'm not guaranteeing the Jets get Devonte Adams. Obviously, this is kind of up in the air now, but we shall see. We shall see what happens.
I am. You heard it here first, baby. Well, not first, but you heard it from me, Jack McGalley, here at 12:12 p.m. on Tuesday, October 8th. Guaranteed, just like Joe Namath.
What is this guy saying?
Devonte
Richie, you know
Adams
what
coming
you
to the
said?
Jets.
We trade Rodgers. You are a liar. Don't believe this. What is this guy? Richie lie. What did I lie about? What does this guy say?
I don't know, man. Who cares?
Rodgers is not trade. What is this guy talking about?
Rodgers is not trade.
I never said we're trading Rodgers. I never said I don't know what this guy's on, but hey, can't please everybody.
He's on that redneck rider.
Redneck Riker.
Riker,
whatever the heck that is. But at the end of the day, man, now the it's going to be a wait and see of the Devonte Adams stuff. Right now, Derek Carr getting injured last night and the Saints losing is interesting. So I think that puts the Jets right in a good situation. Now let's get into these final super chats. BMAC, to add to the nutty story, Belichick comes in. You think that would be a possibility? Nah, maybe. I don't know what to think or do. I'm bugging out. BMAC, appreciate the super chat, my friend, as always. I'm not ready to start thinking about who the Jets are hiring yet. We have a lot of football left. We have 12 games to get through, hopefully more, obviously. And we have a long way to go. There's going to be a lot of speculation about who's going to be the next head coach for next season, but right now it's Ulbrich, and that's what I'm focusing on.
Agreed. I don't want
And
Belichick.
Marco, odds Rodgers is pissed and forces his way to Vegas.
What? Stop. Negative odds. Can odds be negative?
Rodgers demands a trade to Vegas.
To the Raiders. To move from Robert Saleh to, what's his name? Pierce?
What did I say? I never said Rodgers is getting traded. Where is this coming from? Did I say that?
Guys, everybody spread the rumor. Richie wants Rodgers to get traded.
What?
Richie wants to blow it all up now.
I think it was the caller guy that said that, and then I quoted what the guy said, and now people think I'm saying that. Guys, I never said that.
No, I think I heard you say that, dude.
Yeah. All right, you guys got me. You guys got me. You guys are funny. Man, I just can't wait for the details more to come out about the back end of how this trade went down. But hey, we shall see. There's some type of details that's going to come to the surface. We have to wait to see what the latest news is, but we've been live for almost 3 hours. I got to go eat lunch. I got a lot of other stuff to get done. I'm going to the Mets game today, so I got some stuff to get done. But Jack, pleasure to have you on during this breaking news. Thank you so much for taking time.
Yes, sir.
Thank you to all the callers. Thank you to everybody that liked the show and came on in. We also found some interesting details, though, I got to finish off the show with. Which is, I don't want to say it's funny, but damn. First of all, the Jets are having a team meeting right now, which as they should. But look at this, Jack. Saleh was escorted out of the building by the team's director of security. Adam Gase was not. Can you picture in your mind Robert Saleh being escorted out of the facility by the lead security guy?
He's handcuffed. He's handcuffed.
I'm trying to I wish we had Hard Knocks this season because we know that One Jets Drive is not going to post this. But what if I really want to know what Saleh's reaction was to this news. Not that it matters, just for optics and just because I'm nosy. But how do you think Saleh took it? What do you think his reaction was? Were you just do you think he got explosive and started yelling and started getting pissed and screaming? Do you think he just got defeated and just had his head down? Was he leaving the building screaming at people? I'm picturing crazy scenarios in my brain. We'll never know. But he was escorted out by security, which is why I'm thinking, was he yelling at Woody Johnson you can't do this? Maybe he was crying. What led him to get escorted out by security? This is stuff that doesn't really matter. It's just funny to think about.
We'll have to work on some sources, man.
Yeah, I gotta know.
I want to know.
This is stuff I'm interested in.
That whole facility is covered in cameras. We got to get our hands on that security camera footage of Robert Saleh.
Did he try to attack Woody Johnson?
Charging at the security guy.
Did we finally see the ripped Saleh come out, the football linebacker that he did? That's crazy, man. I don't know if
that was probably the most energy Saleh has showed since coming to the Jets is when the Jets fired him.
You can't do this. Oh man, that's
you know
crazy.
Who I am.
Richie Fresh, Dawkins already on one on X. LOL. Get popcorn ready. Oh, that bum Deion Dawkins.
Oh gosh,
I can't wait to kill him on Monday night. Well,
let's go.
Can't wait, guys. We're gonna wrap up the show here. Again, thank you so much. The new head coach has been named. His name is Richie Milora.
Let's go.
I will be having my press conference tomorrow. So, guys, stay tuned. I'm on Davante Adams' watch. Again, just reminding you guys, I will be at Citi Field tonight. So if the breaking news happens, just give me some time to come live later when I get home, or maybe I'm live at Citi Field. Who knows? We'll figure it out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Jets Media Show. Much love. And shout out BetUS for sponsoring today's show, as always. And, man, groundbreaking news. Happy that we were able to figure this out and come together as a Jets fan base. See you guys later. Peace out.
Peace out, baby. Let's go.